AUTOBAHN. My name is Martin and today I'm taking a look at this, the Audi RS4 25-year edition. Now this is an old school RS4. It really has an old school vibe to it. I love it, and today I'm going to explain to you why and what makes this a 25 years edition. Sounds like a bit of marketing nonsense, but it's not. It's actually a very big upgrade. Now, this place is really special to me. This is the home ground of where AUTOBAHN was born, basically. So when we started AUTOBAHN, we contacted a lot of tuners and dealerships and car brands, and one of them replied, which was MTM, which is like right after this hill right here. And then we discovered this place. We were very warmly welcomed to their headquarters, and this is their proving ground, you could say. It's also the proving ground of Audi, which is like 5 kilometers from here, and they also test various prototypes on this road. And you might recognize this from old videos, but let me show you why this is such a beautiful area. But first we're going to do a lap around this, the new Audi RS4, 25 years of Audi RS4. So this is a tribute to the old RS4 that debuted with a V6 bi-turbo, and this also is a V6 bi-turbo, as you know, and it will soon be replaced by an RS5 Avant, because the RS4 now is an RS5, because the even numbers are now electric cars. And what a way to say goodbye. This is totally different than when the RS4 B9 came out in 2017, and of course it has to compete with the all-new BMW M3 Touring, which we all know and love. And I think this is a very, very good match for that car, because it embraces the fact that it's an older model, and it also utilizes that. So this car has some really unique features that you will not get in a super modern car. So this is some old school upgrading. They ditched the DDC damper, so the dynamic damper control, electrically operated dampers, and they replaced it with a true coilover set. So this is manually adjustable. So you lift up the car and then you get a piece of gear that is in the back, and then you can lower the car, you can make the damper stiffer, softer, compression, rebound, you can do whatever you want with the car. Now this 25 years edition also comes with the ceramic brakes and these gorgeous wheels. They are absolutely stunning, and unfortunately today we have them on Pirelli Soto Zero winter tires, so yeah, we're not really going to utilize all those dynamic features that we have today. We have carbon fiber, matte carbon fiber, I should say, mirror caps and more external parts, like these little vertical slats right here, and a front splitter in matte carbon fiber. As you might know, I really prefer matte carbon fiber to the shiny stuff. Little RS4 edition 25 years badge lasered into the glass right here. Now on the rear axle, this is a bit of a downside, I think, steel brakes. So with M3s you always get ceramics on all corners, but with this you only get it on the front axle, like with an Audi RS3. Now at the rear we have a special sports exhaust, which is actually quite loud. I'm truly amazed considering the fact that this is a new car and it comes out of the showroom even in 2025, I think. So that's again the benefit of it being an older car. It has different homologations, so it can be a bit louder. I think it's because of that reason. And again, a matte carbon fiber insert for the diffuser. Don't really like the black badging that's going on. I think that's a bit 2010, and it looks a bit aftermarkety. I just like a chrome badge, but that's my personal preference, of course. Let me open this up, because then you can appreciate the saddle seats that are in this car, which is also an addition of the 25 years Fantastic seats, really fantastic. Matte carbon fiber back, so that looks really cool. And this is paired with an Audi exclusive interior in this case, again with the matte carbon fiber inserts and the Dynamica, which is sort of Alcantara, and yellow stitching, which does make this RS4 really stand out. So they also did something to the engine, well, to the turbo pressure I should say, because this 2.9 liter V6 bi-turbo, which actually looks really good, now has a bit more turbo pressure. So it used to have 450 horsepower, and because of the added turbo pressure, that's now 470. But it does feel very different when you drive it. It actually is a big difference. And what they also did is raise the top speed. So it used to do 250, and now it will do 300 kilometers an hour. So that's a proper top speed. And I might add, it's faster than both the BMW M3 Touring, which is 285, and the C63 Estate, which is 275. So definitely the king of the Autobahn here. And unlike the new Audi S5 Avant, it's linked to a ZF 8-speed torque converter automatic instead of the S-tronic. And the good news is that the calibration that they've done, I think they recalibrated it for this special edition. It is fantastic, like super sharp and snappy, and that's how I like my gearboxes. And let me show you guys. Now, as you can see, this is, or here I should say, this is a proper sound. It's quite loud, even in comfort mode. Again, it's quite a hardcore car. It's sort of one setup. Always there, telling you, yeah, I'm a really sporty car, and I'm alive, and I want to be driven hard. And I like that. I sort of don't like the modern cars anymore with all the adaptive bits on there, making the car feel like a 7 Series and a 1 Series at the same time. And there we go. Now let's also go into sport mode for ESC. And I just have regular buttons. Oh, fantastic. Just things really have gotten worse. I honestly think so. Proper engine sound, and of course the exhaust note from that optional Audi Sport exhaust. Really nice. Now the steering, it's really light, as we're used to from Audi. It also really doesn't offer any feel whatsoever. Let me turn off the nanny systems that are unfortunately in this car, but we can turn them off quite easily, as you can see. So the first thing I notice is that you can feel the turbo pressure. Like if you go half throttle, you can feel the turbo spooling up, and you can feel this wave of turbo pressure and power building up like a tsunami. And again, it's quite an old school experience, and I really appreciate this car because of that. Also, when I drove here on the Autobahn, you could feel the car like moving around and talking to me, even though we were at like 160, 170 cruising. But I loved it for doing that. It's not a perfect car. It won't be your best friend in every situation, and I love that. And the turbos make such a cool mechanical sound when they spool up. So, as you can see, it will auto upshift currently because I'm in dynamic mode. And that's what it does, apparently. But if we stick it into RS mode, RS2, I like these dials a bit better. Then, as you can see, it will not auto upshift. So I have a beautiful shift indicator in my head-up display telling me when to shift. What a fantastic car this is. It feels alive. It feels analog. It feels like it wants to be thrown around, and as a very sporty station wagon, I love this better than an M3 Touring. And this is coming from a BMW fanboy, as you know. It's the weight, I guess, that makes for me the biggest difference. This feels so much lighter than the M3 Touring. Now, I have the exact weights over here. And again, that's the benefit of an older car. They just are a bit lighter, and because of that, it's just more fun. I also like the character of the engine. As I said, it feels like you're riding the turbo pressure. Like nothing there, and then you can feel the two turbos really catching their breath and adding all that power to the drivetrain. And with an M3 Touring, it always feels like a flat power delivery. It gives you that 510 horsepower all the time, which is sort of good news, but I like this build-up of this 2.9 litre V6 bi-turbo, which was co-developed with Porsche, by the way. The sound on the downshifts, very nice. And as I said, the reaction to the pedals, really good, really good. Especially the upshift is super, super sharp and snappy. Let's get in front of this tractor right here. Now 0 to 100, 3.7 seconds. But I sort of don't care about 0 to 100 times anymore. Like back in the day, it was really impressive when you got it under 5 or even 4, but nowadays it sort of tells you nothing. When we were younger, when we came here 15 years ago, testing all those tuned Audis, we were always doing 0 to 100 runs, and this can do it in 4.5, which is amazing. And now I'm really focused on how does it feel to me? How is the brake pedal, which is actually really nice and bitey on the top, and then you have this huge power reserve, being carbon ceramic, so you can just lean on them all the time. I freaking love this thing. These seats, by the way, they also really add to the experience. They hold you into place. They offer great support when you really attack some corners, and they're also really comfortable on longer journeys and on the Autobahn. The only downside is that I sit up a bit too high, so it should have been mounted a little lower for it to be truly perfect. Now I can see why it's so fast to 100, because as you could tell just there, the first two gears are super, super short, so you get max power very quickly. So let's take it to the Autobahn to see how this Audi RS4 25 years edition copes over there, because that, of course, really is the natural habitat of. So, the Autobahn, as I said, the natural environment of any Audi RS model, basically. So, it should feel right at home on the unlimited Autobahn. And let's see if it's as exciting on the Autobahn as it is on a nice B road. this thing really like captures me more than the M3 Touring does. Let's go this way. And for some reason this car, as I said, it really captures me, and I really didn't have that with the like original RS4 B9. I think this 25-year edition really is such a big upgrade, and I think it has come too late. The stock RS4 was always a bit of an Audi S4 Plus, but this 8.3 seconds, 100 to 200. That was a downhill, but that is really, really fast. It is M3 Touring performance, definitely. It's super, super quick. It's very alive, and that was just not the case with the normal RS4. Not even with the up version, which we also did, the RS4R. This is it. This is it. But it's time for the next RS5 Avant to arrive, and then they come up with this. How, Audi? Come on. And only, what is it, 250 pieces of this thing will be made. I mean, I'm all for limited cars and special runs, but I think any RS4 potential buyer wants this, not just 250 of them. The aggression of the drivetrain is just incredible. The aggression of the chassis setup is just as overwhelming. It likes to oversteer, even. So, I think they also recalibrated the sport differential. You can really tell, because if you step on the throttle with the ESP off, mid-corner, it will do like a little slide. So, that's really cool. They are making some nice cars lately. I am starting to become an Audi fanboy, I feel like. Pushing S-classes out of the way. In my Audi A4. What's there more to want, right? Look at this thing move. Oh, I should keep to the tire limit, which is 270 GPS. I'm not sure what this was GPS, but wow, I am truly impressed with this car. I really like it. So if you're looking for a nice performance station, you might want to consider one of these. I know it's an outgoing model, but it is so special, and I mean, it's only 250 pieces, so you really do have something special. I'm really curious what the new RS5 Avant will be like, because I really do hope that it'll be more like this and less like the original Audi RS4. Great job, Audi. I really like this. Okay, so to you guys, go subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Go check out the POV reviews playlist by clicking right here, or check out this video on the right by clicking right here. Thanks, guys. Bye.